Louisiana beer reviews. Hakuna Matata from D9 Brewing Company of North Carolina. This is a tropical IPA. Now it says, Cornelius, North Carolina. That's close to Charlotte. 6.6% alcohol by volume in India Pale Ale. There's the can. It's a adhesive paper label on a clear aluminum pint can. I'm looking for a date, guys. Well, I'm sorry, I don't see a date. Put the damn date. That chaps my chapstick. And I don't care if it's 100 out of 100. I'm going to give it a 90 because it doesn't have a date. Anyway, test your taste. That's what I'm about to do. Test my taste. I bought this at Matherns. They had it on a discount. I've been hitting the discounts because they keep rotating them. They have all these really expensive pint can craft beers. And I've just been waiting for them to hit at $2.99 and I pick them up. And then the next week, or maybe every 3 weeks, something like that. Then they'll, I don't know why I'm coughing, bring in a different one, different set for $2.99. And then there's some really expensive ones, $8.99. A can for these imperial stouts with chocolate and coffee. I said, ooh, I don't think I'm gonna try those. And their manager said, did you try those yet? I said, not for that price. He didn't argue with me. 6.6. Now the website, it says 6.5, so there's a discrepancy there, but that's not unusual, not unusual. 72 IBUs. It was introduced in 2014 at the founding of the company. 85 out of 100 on Beer Advocate. Very good. They call it. I would just call it good. Now, Rate Beer says, hold on, it's terrible. It's a 46 out of 100. And it's a 29 out of 100 in the style. So they say the beer is terrible. And in the style, it's extremely terrible. And then 71 out of 100 on Untappd, which is actually pretty good for their site. So there is one other video review for this beer, and I intend to watch it sometime today. It's coming out orange. Hakuna Matata. Coming out orange with a eggshell head. They were saying on the website it's not too bitter. There's a bountiful burst of bubbles in the middle of the glass, this tulip glass. It's deep orange. Now if the light hits it a certain way, well, it may be darker orange or even a gold orange, but it's like translucent in a way. I'm trying to hurry for the AC clicks on, you know, it's loud, the blower motor. Very effective air conditioning unit. Rheem. It's the company, R-H-E-E-M, of, I think, Illinois. But it's loud. Okay. I think Rheem has locations around the country because I know I have a water heater that's made. It's a General Electric water heater, but it says on the thing, manufactured by Rheem of Huntsville, Alabama for General Electric. It's kind of like the beer world, you know, these appliances, they're contracted out. This one's made by that one for them, and all that stuff. Same thing with wine and liquor, yeah. The Aroma. Picking up caramel right off the bat, as they say in cricket. Some hop notes. But it's very malty, so you say, oh, I don't like IPAs, they're a hop bomb. I don't know, this one's smelling more like a malt bomb. Hey, what about the date? Is it super fresh? I've been seeing this around for a good little while, maybe at least a month, probably longer, so I don't think it's that fresh. And I can't answer for that. They better put the dates in the future. D9, District 9. It's got some maltiness, then it's got some sharp sharp, what you call that? Sweet and sour. Sometimes in the past I say sweet and sour sauce. Like, yeah, I paid $2.99 for this can, but remember that's about half price. Oh, well, maybe it's $4.99 for the regular price, so not half, but deep discount. Now, some people in the past said, that's infected, it's infected. I don't know, it would have blown up if it was infected, you know, it just didn't do that. It was actually pretty sedate. Bitterness? Not really. Maltiness? A little bit. It's a lot of water taste. You say, well, that North Carolina water is so good in the Piedmont. I believe it. I bet it's good. Oh, I've probably stopped at the rest area and gotten water in North Carolina off Interstate 85 or Interstate 77. What is that out into the mountains? U.S. Highway 64, I believe, running by the river. But could be wrong in the number. I think it's 64. Some sweetness. There was a little underlying biscuit note, bready note. Nice lacing. Let's see here. Yeah, that bitterness is starting to kick in a little bit. It's starting to build, honestly. I don't know, this thing is reminding me, kind of reminds me of beers we used to get a lot around here, then a little bit, and now rarely, if ever. And they always tasted aberrant, like strange and improper. They were interesting though. But it always seemed like there was some kind of offness about them. And that was from Inyo Kern, California. You know what I'm talking about? Indian Wells Brewing, that's the name of it. Indian Wells Brewing. That is a small company. I think all their stuff is bottled. I don't even think they make cans. That is like one of the micros of microbrews. But they've been around a long time. But it's questionable. I would buy other ones though. They had like Lobotomy Bach, which was 10% alcohol. It tasted like it was 4%. And you would drink it and say, 10%, it's going to kick in. Here comes the alcohol. And nothing kicked in. So then you start thinking, is it really 10%? There's definitely some strange super tart sourness. I don't know why. Should an IPA taste like this? To me, it shouldn't, really. 6.6. Trying to think of one. Like Dogfish had 60-minute, 90-minute. Torpedo, Extra IPA, Goose Island, Lagunitas. The old Abita Giacomo, which I cannot ever figure out why they got rid of that one. But those were more like standard tasting IPAs. Even if you want to say the Samuel Adams Rebel and Rebel Rouser. Well, I don't know why. Can't figure that. Somebody asked me that the other day. When's the last time you seen Rebel Rouser? I said, oh, Rebel. I said, oh, I bet it's a long time. It's a long time. But this is not up to the standard of the ones I just mentioned. And you might take issue with some of those that I mentioned and say they're not that great. The taste is kind of bland, to tell you the truth. Overall, there's that sharp sour note. Taste is kind of bland. The bitterness is, it cropped up a little bit. Like the bitterness was like a flash. You say, what's that flash? And it's gone. Medium mouthfeel. The finish is sort of, it's like 60, no. It's like 55-45 dry to sweet. 55% dry, 45% sweet. So it's basically midway, just a little bit tipped over to dry. Does it taste bad? No, I can't say it tastes bad. It's hardly bad. I'm enjoying it. I'm drinking it. It doesn't taste bad. It's strange. But it does taste improper, or that like there's something not right with it. Something wrong. We had the Sierra Nevada flip side, you know, the so-called IPA, mostly hoppy red ale. But this compared to that is just like, it's like a gap, a chasm. You can't cross it. Like Lazarus and the rich man. Lazarus was in Hades, and the rich man was in paradise, and they could see each other, but they couldn't cross. And those two different realms, esoteric realms, and it's like that. You can't cross. I'm not trying to hate on this one. I really am not. It's just confusing me. It's just too much. It's too scattered and loose. It's not tight. It's and there's a lot of D9s at Matharin's. A whole set of them came in. Be curious to try the rest. See how they match up with the style. Here comes the AC. I knew it was coming. 85, very good. I wouldn't say it's very good. It's hardly a 46 out of 100 and a 29 in the style. Come on, I mean, yeah, it's off. It's a little loose. It's got a lot of problems, but it ain't no 46. If it was 46 out of 100, it was 50. If it was 54% bad, I don't think you could take more than one sip without becoming ill. It just got a lot of problems. It's got tea notes. That's what I was looking for. IPAs, I don't think should have like a tea leaf note. I don't think it should taste like iced tea. If it was twisted tea, okay, well. Score, it'd be difficult. I think I'm not really sure, but I like to be fair. Probably go with 81 out of 100. 81. It's marginally good. It's quizzical. It's confusing. Strange, odd, peculiar, and not to mention weird. Still, it does taste good. That's why I gave it 81. That's in the good range, 80 to 89. It's interesting. Be 100 out of 100 on the interesting level, but that's not a score parameter. On the Cyclops scale, sweetness. Oh, there's some taste. I can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. Just kidding. About 2 out of 5 sugar cubes. Not particularly sweet. Bitterness units on the Cyclops. Be 2 out of 5 hop cones. It isn't particularly sweet. It isn't particularly hoppy or bitter, but on the oddity scale, well, they don't have that on Cyclops. All right, so I guess you can see that I'm a little bit perplexed, and I don't mind that necessarily, but it isn't proper. No, it is not proper. I don't think it's doing what it should be doing. So, but still 81, you know, not terrible. But for $2.99 a can, 81 is a abject failure. You know, something's telling me that there's something at the bottom of this can. I know the AC's on. It's loud. I'm trying to hurry. I think there's gonna be sediment. I don't know why. I got a funny feeling. There is a cloud. I knew it. Oh, well, it won't show up on the camera because the beer is dark already. But there's a cloud. I see that gray cloud in the middle. This is not a Hefeweizen. Does it contain wheat though? Perhaps. You know, a lot of modern IPAs do contain wheat. But I don't believe this one does. I don't know. Well, the good thing about this video is that most people are going to say, I never even heard of that beer. I'm not even going to watch the video. I don't care. That's my escape mechanism. So anyway, laissez les bon temps relais. It is what it is. It's different. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.